Now, the Therasauna is by far the most intense heat. I mean, it's a ceramic heater that just outputs, like, it just radiates intense oven-like heat. So I can't handle being too close to it, so I move a little bit further away. And I also make sure that I rotate slowly throughout the session. And for that reason, I like to have a larger sauna so that I have space to move around and get that intense heat on different parts of my body. And one of the great things about Therasauna is its ability to actually maintain 9.4 microns. Both the classic and the new can maintain this frequency of heat, which actually is the same frequency the body generates. So our bodies actually are generating infrared light. This is how you can see people in those military-like, cameras that see these little white figures walking around. That's because we're glowing. It's just that we're glowing with a light that our eyes cannot see. And so are the Therasauna ceramic heaters. They're glowing with this light, tuned to the same frequency as our body's infrared light. So that's a really great advantage. And one of the interesting things about carbon heaters is that when you actually dig up the specs and figure out, like, okay, what's really going on with this carbon little piece of electronics, actually they're only rated at 6 to 8 microns in the fine print. And a lot of these get advertised as being able to do 9.4. It's like, well, okay, it's advertised as that, but where does it actually say in the specs of that hardware that it can really do it? And ceramic can definitely do it, but the problem with ceramic is it goes too far. It goes well above 9.4 microns. So the cool thing about the Therasauna is that it throttles back. It's got electronics that actually help it go on, off, and maintain that 9.4 microns, and also maintain a steady heat so that it's not like churning off and then there's no heat. Because a lot of these, these cheap ceramic heaters, they just shut off for a few minutes. Meanwhile, there's actually no infrared light being generated in the room, and you're just benefiting from the ambient heat left over from when it was generating infrared. So, like, be careful for the crap ceramic out there. Therasauna is what I would consider top tier in its ability to have high quality controlled ceramic heat that is very intense. For high intensity, that's the one that people are choosing. The Therasauna feels the most like this one. It's basically like standing with your back to a fire. Imagine you're standing in front of a big bonfire. That's what this is like. These are super hot. Look at this. This is like 365 degrees, okay? That's like an oven. Okay, so standing right here, it's like standing next to an oven. It's hard to breathe, actually. It's so hot in here. And this is what the Therasauna is like, the classic one, where basically you've got to keep moving because you're like, okay, now I got to stand with my stomach. Okay, now I got to get my side, because there's not a controller. The newer ones actually have controllers. It just depends on what you like. If you want to have that automated, responsive, dynamic experience, or if you want to just keep moving. It depends on how much luxury you're going for.